Hi, I'm Scott Flowers with Cloud Ninjas. Today we're here to continue our series on the Dell PowerEdge R530 Server. In this video we're going to specifically focus on NVMe. Let's get going. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by today to learn a little bit more about the Dell PowerEdge R530 Server. Do us a favor if you find anything in this video useful, click that like, smash that subscribe. All right, well, let's get rolling. This video is going to be specifically focused on NVMe. We're going to show you 3 different potential ways to use NVMe with the R530 and let you know if they work or not. So first things first is U.2. U.2 is a fancy way of saying a 2.5-inch drive that you can plug into the back plane. Basically just a normal drive that you're used to seeing like with your SAS or SATA or solid state drives. Unfortunately, with the U.2 there is no solution. With the 630 or the 730 XD for that matter, you can get a specific cable, you can get a specific card, put them together, you have a nice NVMe kit that you can actually have 4 slots on the back plane where you can install U.2s, but with the 530 there is no solution for U.2s. You won't be able to see them in iDRAC and BIOS. You can't install VMware to see them. There's nothing you can do to get the U.2s to work. They're out. Okay, so next thing that is up, PCIe. So PCIe is actually the only solution, and it's not a very good one either. So there's 2 choices. So you can use your regular Intel or Samsung, a traditional just regular OEM NVMe drive, and it won't work for the PCIe. You have to have Dell firmware, so it's really important to make sure you know if you're at home and you're trying to install a PCIe version, you gotta have Dell firmware. So just the regular OEM, the traditional Intel, Samsungs of the world, they're out, okay? However, the Dell one will work, but there's a lot of limitations to it. So if you try to go into iDRAC and set it up as a physical disk where you can put an OS onto it and make it into a virtual machine, it's just not going to work. Okay, it won't work for that. You can't go into VMware and make it a virtual machine. You can't. You really can't do a whole lot with it. All you can do is if you go into the BIOS and the device configuration settings, you're able to make sure that the slot disablement is enabled, and you can turn this into some extra storage. That's the best that you're going to get with the PCIe. And unfortunately, I'm about to go to M.2. That's the only solution. With the M.2, we tried both the Dell 14th Gen Boss card to see if it would be backwards compatible, which it hasn't been with any of the other 13th Gen, but we still tried it to see, and it didn't work. So then we tried the Supermicro one that has been working with a lot of the 13th Gen, and unfortunately, slot bifurcation isn't even a setting that you can get with the R530. So there's nothing you can do, and honestly with the 630 and 730 slot bifurcation wasn't an option originally, and you had to do a BIOS update to be able to do it. It was something that Dell released years down the line. Unfortunately with the 530 and the 430, which we're doing a series on coming up, you just can't use the M.2s. There's no option. You can't see them in VMware, you can't see them in iDRAC, can't see them in BIOS. It's just not going to work. So unfortunately that's the only solution that you're going to get is the Dell firmware related PCIe card. That's it, and you can only use it as extra storage. So unfortunately, you know, this probably wasn't what you were hoping when you came to this video. You were hoping to find all these wonderful NVMe solutions for the R530, but hopefully this is still helpful because it tells you all the solutions that won't work, okay? So now we're going to actually install the PCIe version and just show you how easy it is to do that. Alright, so I wanted to lay out all the solutions just so that you'll be able to see them even though they don't work. I still wanted to just show you all the different ones. So again, U.2 out. You can use that for the 630, and if you want a good storage machine, you can use it for the 730 XD, but the whole kit that goes with U.2 out. The M.2's out. 2 PCIe's, Intel and Samsung out. Have to be Dell firmware. So again, this is the winner. It's the only thing that you're going to be able to get with the R530, and all you're going to get is extra storage. You can't do an OS, you can't make a virtual machine, you can't do any of that good stuff, just extra storage. So now we'll show you how to actually install it. Make sure your latch is set to unlock, pop it open. Really simple as a whole. We're going to come in here, remove the air baffle, and just lift it straight up. And then we're going to come back and you're going to see there's a riser back here. We're just going to take the riser out and lift it straight up. And on the riser, you'll notice there's the 2 PCIe slots. So what we're going to do is we're going to need to open up this blue tab here. So if you push this down and pull it out, it will open up. And I will say be careful because these brackets can fall out. Of course, they don't do it when I'm trying to do it on video, but there they go. Sometimes they can fall out like that. So depending on how you're holding it, you don't want it to fall out and accidentally like have something hit like a capacitor, resistor in your motherboard. So just be careful when you're removing the blue tab here. Just a simple note, not that it's a major issue. And then you're going to come in. Unfortunately, I don't have the PCIe bracket on it right now, but the bracket will line up here. And you're going to want to, normally there's a piece at the end that you line up right down there with the holes, and then you just line up the connections as well. It's just going to literally click into place, and you'll see this is definitely why you want the bracket, because if you don't have it, then all sorts of dust will get in. And I'm going to put this back on because obviously we're going to want this in there to prevent that from happening. So we'll put that back in and then just close this up. And then we're just going to install the riser back down. Let's just line everything up. So make sure when you push it down, it's all nice and flush. And it's just that simple. That's how you install the PCIe version of the NVMe. And again, unfortunately, it's not the best NVMe solution in the world, but at least you know all the different options that won't work and what will work. So thanks for stopping by. If you guys are looking to build out an R530 or really any other Dell server for that matter, we would sure love to earn your business. Please email us at sales@cloudninja.com. That's sales@cloudninja.com. And on top of that, we do a lot of other stuff. HPE, Supermicro, IBM, Cisco, you name it. So hit us up. We'd love to help you. Take care. Have a great day.